आद्यशक्ति महेश्वरी योगजे योगसम्भूते महालक्ष्मी नमोस्तुते। स्थूल सूक्ष्म महारौद्रे महाशक्ते महोदरे महापापहरे देवी महालक्ष्मी नमोस्तुते। पद्मासनस्थिते देवी परब्रह्मस्वरूपिणी परमेशि जगन्मातर्महालक्ष्मी नमोस्तुते। श्वेताम्बरधरे देवी नानालङ्कारभूषिते जगत्पिते जगन्मातर्महालक्ष्मी नमोस्तुते। महालक्ष्म्यष्टकस्तोत्रम् यः पठेत् भक्तिमान् नरः सर्वसिद्धिम् अवाप्नोति राज्यं प्राप्नोति सर्वदा। एककालं पठे नित्यं महापापविनाशनं द्विकालं यः पठे नित्यं धनधान्यसमन्वितः। त्रिकालं यः पठे नित्यं महाशत्रुविनाशनं महालक्ष्मी भवे नित्यं प्रसन्ना वरदा शुभा। इति इन्द्रकृत श्रीमहालक्ष्म्यष्टकस्तवः सम्पूर्णः। नमस्तेस्तु महामाये श्रीपीठे सुरपूजिते शङ्खचक्रगदाहस्ते महालक्ष्मी नमोस्तुते। नमस्ते गरुडारूढे कोलासुरभयङ्करी सर्वपापहरे देवी महालक्ष्मी नमोस्तुते। सर्वज्ञे सर्ववरदे सर्वदुष्टभयङ्करी सर्वदुःखहरे देवी महालक्ष्मी नमोस्तुते। सिद्धिबुद्धिप्रदे देवी भुक्तिमुक्तिप्रदा Maheshwari
Prachodayat. And we can bring ourselves into a comfortable upright posture. And as we enter into this class, let's really feel that we enter into our bodies, that we feel how our bodies feel at this moment, how Shakti is manifesting within our bodies. So see if you can bring your attention into your feet with the sense of being present in your feet, of being very deeply connected to the energy of your feet, almost as though your sense of yourself is in your feet. This is not that easy for most of us. Most of us are used to, let's say, looking at our bodies as somehow outside us. Even though the texts of the tradition tell us that we identify with the body, which of course we do, it's also true that because most of us are in some way intellectually centered or mind-centered, we tend to ride the body rather than be the body. So just see if for this moment you can let yourself be your feet, be your ankles, your calves. See if you can be aware of yourself as your thighs, as the place where the buttocks meet the seat. See if you can be your buttocks and thighs, your pelvis. So be the support. See if you can feel what it's like to be that part of your body, the pelvic girdle, the hip joints, the thighs meeting the seats. And inhaling, feel yourself as your pelvis, your hips and thighs. Feel that this part of your body becomes heavy and grounded. And as you exhale, feel that the breath lifts you up through your spine. You are your spine, all the way up to the crown. So can you let yourself be your spine? Can you let yourself be your chest and your shoulder blades as they release onto the back? And you can begin to breathe, inhaling with the feeling that you're drawing in particles of Lakshmi Shakti in through your nostrils, flowing down your throat, feeling that these particles of Lakshmi Shakti, which I always tend to visualize as a kind of a rose gold color, but that may be, these light particles may show up very differently for you. So just feel that the light of Lakshmi is flowing in, down through the nasal cavities, through your head, releasing any tightness in your cheeks, in your forehead, under your eyes. And as the golden pink energy of Lakshmi flows into your neck and shoulders, see if you can really feel into the sense of this very loving, nourishing radiance that is the light of Lakshmi, that is goddess light. She's taking the form of this golden pink light, bringing your awareness down through the chest and the belly, touching into the area of the stomach and all of those organs that you can sense in the middle abdomen, and then down into the intestines and the sexual organs, down into the anus and those parts of your body that, generally speaking, you leave in the dark. And as the breath flows, the inhalation brings these rose pink particles of Lakshmi energy down through your pelvis, your thighs, your knees and calves and into your feet. Inhaling as you allow this breath to flow in and out through the body. Listen to these words. O power beyond all powers, lover and mother of the universe. You are the life within my life, the breath within my breath. I invoke you as Mahalakshmi, the power of prosperity, beauty, and good fortune, the power of success and fertility. O Mahalakshmi, you dance within my mind. You dance in every movement of beauty in the natural world. You are the gift that is given, and you are the power to receive the gift. You are the source of everything that makes life sweet. You are love, and you are harmony. You are gold, and you are grain. You are fruits, and you are flowers. You are summer. You are shelter. You are worthiness. You are integrity. You are goodness. You are courage. You are the auspiciousness of the mind. May we be blessed and held in your light, even when your light takes the form of darkness. May we feel the support of your gentle and rigorous compassion. May our lives be an expression of your golden love. So just let yourself draw in the light power of Goddess Lakshmi. You may imagine her surrounding you in the form of streams of golden light, or simply as a feeling of love. With every inhalation, you draw in her light, shimmering through your nostrils into your body, flowing through your body with the exhalation and flowing all around you. And once again, we'll invoke her with the power of mantras. The mantras here: Om Shrim Hrim Lakshmi Bhyo Namaha. Lakshmi Bhyo is a vocative form of her name. It's a name we use to address her. Om Shrim Hrim Lakshmi Bhyo Namaha. Om, auspiciousness, manifestation. We offer salutations to Lakshmi. Om Shrim Hrim Lakshmi Bhyo Namaha. Om Shrim Hrim Lakshmi Bhyo Namaha. 5 more times. Om Shrim Hrim Lakshmi Bhyo Namaha. Om Shrim Hrim Lakshmi Bhyo Namaha. Om Shrim Hrim Lakshmi Bhyo Namaha. Om Shrim Hrim Lakshmi Pyo Namaha. Most of us, I think, know what Lakshmi looks like. She is one of the most famous goddesses in the Hindu pantheon, and of course, we also might know her in her form as Aphrodite, who is, I would say, really a form of Lakshmi. But in our vision of her, she's golden. Her skin is golden. She has long, lustrous, dark hair, and she's often shown rising from the ocean, kind of like the Botticelli Venus. Because Lakshmi, like Venus, is a goddess of fertility, she's associated with the ocean, which I guess we've always known is the source of life. And she's literally shimmers with radiance. This golden quality about her is really an expression of the particular kind of radiance that is Lakshmi's. And she's also often shown sitting on a lotus, which is the great symbol of fertility and purity in the Eastern traditions. Sometimes if you look at her pictures, and there are a couple on the course page of the website, she has elephants on each side, and sometimes the elephants have their trunks upraised, and they're about to shower her with water, which is a very powerful form of practice in the Indian tradition. It's called Abhisheka, where we bathe the deity, and that water stands for the stream of nectar that flows from the highest source and bathes us as the elephants are bathing the goddess. So Lakshmi has, in most pictures, she has 4 hands, though there are paintings of her with as many as 10 hands. But her 4-handed form, one of its meanings is that it symbolizes the 4 goals of life: pleasure, wealth, righteousness, and ultimate liberation, which both she and her consort Vishnu are said to embody. So Lakshmi is the Shakti of a full life in the world, a life that includes pleasure, kama is a Sanskrit word, wealth or artha, which we'll say more about, righteousness or dharma, and ultimate liberation or moksha. She is supposed to be able to give you all of those 4. And normally her 2 upper hands hold lotus flowers, while the 2 lower hands shower gold coins, and sometimes one of the lower hands holds a pot, which symbolizes the nectar of immortality. And if you remember this symbol, the goddess holding a pot, holding a container, which is filled with blessing, you see it in the forms of Kuan Yin. You also see it in some of the Welsh or Celtic goddesses. So the goddess in this particular manifestation is actually that one who pours out the gifts of life. And the Amrita, the nectar of immortality in esoteric tradition, is the bliss, the joy, the love that trickles into the heart as Lakshmi's gifts take root inside us. The gold coins, of course, symbolize, but are obvious, but they don't just symbolize money. They also symbolize every form of wealth. That is to say, the wealth of friendship, the wealth of virtue, the wealth of different kinds of success, food, of course, beauty, the ability to appreciate beauty. Abhinavagupta uses the word wonder or chamatkara, which kind of describes this experience of going, oh my God, the awe-inspiring beauty of this world. Um, she's a goddess that people go to um, for the to for charisma, for leadership capacity, for sovereignty. She's a relationship goddess. She's the goddess of luxury. She's a goddess you go to for fame, to be revered, to be honored, and for artistic success. So in Sanskrit, the word for all these facets of worldly success is arta, which is usually translated as wealth, but which actually means success. Whatever form of success you are able to earn or receive is your arta. And it's not only money, it's everything to do with abundance, whether abundance of goods or abundance of the inner qualities that make us happy. So she's also, in one of the verses that Uma Mohan was chanting earlier, she's also praised as the giver of both intelligence and success. Siddhi Buddhi Prade Devi Bhukti Mukti Pradayini. She's also the one who gives worldly enjoyment and liberation. So she's a Sarva Shakti. She's a goddess whom we can worship at every moment. So we can say, and the deepest understanding that I have about Lakshmi is that she represents everything that we value about life in the world, life on the planet, including the planet itself, because of course she's the goddess of sustainability in every sense of the word. She's the goddess that we invoke for deep ecology, for really looking at how we're holding this planet that we live on. And also what society values. So one of the interesting things about practicing with Lakshmi that we're going to look at this week, or that you're going to have a chance to look at for yourself this week, is that she's both the goddess of, let's call it the social values, of society's values, of all the ideas of success in the world, or let's say the traditional ideas of success, including family. She's also the goddess of internal value, of what it is within us that we truly value, and of our own sense of worthiness, which is, I would say, if you had to choose a gift of Lakshmi, a gift to ask Lakshmi for, I would say that asking her for the feeling of being worthy of receiving the gifts of life would be a very, very good one to suggest to her. So let's take a breath, and our breaths during this class, as in many of our goddess classes, in our breaths we're breathing in her light. And our intention here is to allow the power of the breath, which is, of course, the goddess's cosmic power, to enter us and infuse us with Lakshmi's subtle, scintillating, glimmering radiance as she flows in through our nostrils and through our nasal passages, through our brain and our heart and our body. Our core meditation, and just let yourself breathe in her light, inhaling the pink gold energy, letting it flow through your body. And this time we're going to add her bij mantra, her seed syllable, which is Shreem. Shreem is the mantra which invokes auspiciousness, and we'll say more about that in a few moments. But just let the breath flow in with Shreem as light, as Lakshmi's light. My favorite way to do this practice is to breathe the light in with the inhalation and then to allow the mantra to accompany the exhalation as you sense the light being breathed through your body in the form of this exquisite energy that we call Shri. Shri being the mantric aspect of Shri, which is, we'll talk about in a moment. So just let yourself inhale the light and exhale the light with the sound of Shri. Feel that as you breathe the energy of Lakshmi, the light of Lakshmi, and the light of within her mantra, the light within this syllable, which is, remember, the sound form of the goddess Lakshmi, Shri, is her direct sound form. So see if you can feel the vibration of the mantra mingling with the light and flowing through your inner body. Shri means beauty, auspiciousness, gloriousness, shimmering radiance, greatness, everything that sparkles and shines in the world. Shri was Lakshmi's original name. The first time she appears in mythology, it's in a hymn called Sri Sukta, which is a Vedic hymn. And her name, Lakshmi, which is pronounced to rhyme with luck, which is, I guess, not a coincidence. So it's not Lakshmi, it's Lakshmi. Her name, Lakshmi, actually means sign. In other words, Lakshmi's name is and her form are the sign of Shri. They're the embodiment of Shri. So wherever you see Lakshmi, hear her name, see her form, think of her, you're actually invoking this quality of Shri, which is the quality of beauty in life. And Lakshmi, by the way, is also a desire goddess. She's one of the desire goddesses, as is Lalita Tripura Sundari, whom we're going to speak about next week. Lakshmi's, the desires that are auspicious, that are Shri in Lakshmi, are also desires that involve both receiving nourishment from the world and giving nourishment to the world. So one of the assignments for this week is to contemplate the ways you nurture the world and the ways you nurture yourself. So whatever it is, whether it's preparing food or gardening or or speaking kind words or being generous to others, paying your debts, cleaning your house, which is one of my favorite ways to invoke Lakshmi is in housekeeping. I find that that's unbelievably purifying for the mind. Also, mind practices like substituting positive thoughts for negative thoughts. That's a hyper Lakshmi practice. Keeping a gratitude journal, committing random acts of kindness and senseless acts of beauty, making positive intentions, doing everything you can to remember your worthiness, your fundamental goodness. And what's interesting to me, it's something I often think of, is that Oprah is actually the practices that Oprah recommends and that are a big part of New Age spirituality, if we can say that Oprah's in the prosperity gospel of many certainly American churches. Oprah is actually a really good example of Lakshmi practice, in the way she is herself, and also what the way she shows up. She's abundant. She's socially conscious. She's generous. She's now teaching meditation. She's become a spiritual teacher, and she's also very rich. So she's carrying Lakshmi qualities and teaching Lakshmi qualities in a very powerful way. So we could say that one way to invoke Lakshmi is to practice the Oprah qualities. They are quite skillful ways of working with creating an auspicious mind for yourself. So we're going to do a brief self-inquiry practice, a brief self-questioning practice, and we can start now and we'll go on, do it more deeply during the week. So, and we'll do it as a meditation, as an invocation of the form of Goddess. And as we say, I'm going to give you instructions for a visualization, but I want to tell you that, as I often say, when we do visualization practice, it's not necessarily about having a specific visual image of the goddess. It's more about using our visual sense to create a sense of the goddess as the field within which we're experiencing this moment. So find yourself in a comfortable and upright posture. It's also okay to lie down. And if you're in a car or on a walk, you can actually close your eyes on a walk if you're walking someplace safe. Definitely not in the car. But imagine yourself sitting in a beautiful place, which might be a room, and it should be, if you're imagining a room, a very beautiful and comfortable room. It might be a garden. I like to imagine myself in a garden or by a lake or by the ocean. It's a place that feels safe, comfortable, familiar. The temperature is just right. It's warm but not too warm. There might be a slight breeze but not too much of a breeze. And in this place, in this imaginary place, invite Goddess Lakshmi to be present. Now she can have many forms. But I'm going to suggest that you imagine her in her classical goddess form with her beautiful golden skin and her lustrous large eyes and her long hair. Maybe she's in a silk sari, or maybe she's in a beautiful dress. And in this form, she's appearing in a two-handed form, and both of her hands, as you look at them, are open, and as you see, they're streaming golden light. They're literally rivers of golden light pouring through her fingers. And you, in this visualization, feel that you put out your hands, palms open, placing your hands on top of Lakshmi's and feeling the streams of golden light in her hands, flowing from her hands into yours, flowing up through your arms and into your heart, filling your chest and back. So they're literally rivers of golden light streaming from Lakshmi's hands through your body. You are, by allowing her to pour her light into you, you're becoming Lakshmi. You're letting the light of Lakshmi enter your being. However your body may feel at this moment, it's being infused with her light, with her sweetness, with her love. Now imagine that Lakshmi asks you, what do you desire? And as you hear the question, let it set forth a train of association. Just let yourself be present to the things you desire, to the feelings you desire, to the gifts you desire, whatever they are. The worldly ones, the material ones, and also the relational ones, the spiritual ones. Just let yourself speak or silently say to Lakshmi what it is in this moment you desire. What do you desire from Goddess Lakshmi right now? Now here's another question. What is it that you desire to receive through the fulfillment of these desires? Some of you may have cut right to the chase here, but there's usually more. So what is it that you desire by fulfilling these desires? What will you receive that will be the deepest fulfillment of your desires? Just ask the question and don't try to make the answer conform to any of your ideas. Just let yourself notice what arises. Now imagine that the fulfillment of your desires, or perhaps the different fulfillments of your desires from the most immediate to the deepest, have been condensed into a golden ball, a ball of golden light. And imagine yourself taking that ball of light in your hands, the ball of light that contains your entire desire life, what you really want, maybe even what you took this birth to fulfill. Big desires. Imagine yourself handing this ball to the goddess. Imagine her taking it. Imagine her holding it in her hands, infusing it with her blessing. And then feel that she gives it back to you. She places the golden ball of light into your hands. And as you receive it, that ball dissolves into your hands and begins to flow through your body. And with your next inhalation, feel as though the form or the sense of Lakshmi's presence or the thought of Lakshmi becomes a stream of golden light and begins to flow with the inhalation into your heart. So that with every breath, you're actually taking in the goddess. You're taking her in through your nostrils. You're taking her in through the pores. You're taking her in through the front of your body. You're allowing Lakshmi's light, Lakshmi's golden radiance, to infuse your entire body. Lakshmi is within your body as the essence of auspiciousness, of gloriousness, of universal beauty. And with your eyes open or closed, imagine yourself looking at the world. Perhaps the world you see in front of you in the room you're in, or perhaps an imaginary world, or perhaps a part of the world that you ordinarily feel sad about or angry about, or simply your sense of the planet herself. See if you can feel Lakshmi's gaze as your gaze. Feel her looking through your eyes at the room, at the landscape you see, at the part of the world that you might imagine. Look at your own body. Look down at your own body, whether with your eyes open or closed, and recognize that when she looks at you and when she looks around, she sees it with eyes infused with her own beauty. Have the feeling that it is possible to take Lakshmi's vision into yourself and see the world as Lakshmi, as the expression of Lakshmi, but also through the eyes of Lakshmi. Again, initiate another Lakshmi puja, another way of tuning into Lakshmi. You know, as I think you know, Lakshmi is a goddess who, the more we invoke her with mantra and visualization and breath, the more we bring her into ourselves, the more we begin to become familiar with what it feels like to have this goddess shedding her auspiciousness through our whole being. So, during this class, we've been constructing altars. I know many of you have altars in your homes, and we constructed altars in the space of the class. So right now we're going to construct an altar to Lakshmi in our hearts. So again, find a posture that feels comfortable and upright. Feel yourself grounded through the sits bones. Feel the breath flowing down and grounding you, and then flowing up and lifting your body up through the crown. And then with your next inhalation, begin to feel that the breath flows through the nostrils or even horizontally from the air into your heart. And imagine that inside your chest, inside the area behind the breastbone, inside the spiritual heart, the Ananda Kanda as it's called, which is a little bit, it's roughly corresponds to the thymus. It's about four finger widths below that U-shaped notch in your collarbone. So and it's in the center of the body. It's a little bit higher than the physical heart, and it's in the center of the body, in the center of the chest. Now imagine that inside your heart is a cave whose walls are made of golden light. It might be, you might have the sense of the walls of your inner heart cave is made of velvet. The walls are made of soft golden light. The floor is in the shape of a lotus flower. And just notice the colors of the flower. Again, your attention is coming with the breath into the heart, and you're very gradually and deeply feeling this yourself in the cave of the heart with its golden walls, its lotus floor. And see that in the center of the lotus is a seat. Feel the breath falling into the heart with the sound, the syllable shreem. So the exhalation, as the inhalation falls into the heart, the exhalation opens up your sense of this inner room, this inner temple, this secret cave of the heart with its golden walls, the beautiful purity of the lotus as its floor, and invite the goddess to sit in the center of the lotus of your heart. Invite the goddess to take seat in your heart. She may appear as a woman, or in another form, or as a light, or just as a feeling. Don't try to fix her, don't to fixate her, because Lakshmi likes to move. She'll undulate, she changes. But your attention, your awareness is more and more deeply sunk into the cave of the heart. And as you deepen your focus and your sense of her presence, feel that she's smiling. Her face, Lakshmi's face, is always radiant and smiling. And now you make offerings to her, perhaps in the form of the mantra Shreem, perhaps in the form of a prayer, or imagine a flower, or a jewel. It's all made of light, and it's all made of imagination, and you can offer anything to the goddess in the heart. You might imagine yourself pouring into her lap all the accomplishments of your life, or everything that you wish for the world. And with the sound of shreem flowing with the breath, you let yourself enjoy the fact that the goddess Lakshmi is sitting in your heart, receiving your offerings. And how cool is that? And now on your next exhalation, as has perhaps already happened for some of you, just feel her breathing out those gifts that you have offered, multiplied 1,000-fold, breathing them through your body, breathing them into the people in your life, breathing them into places in the world that you would love to see infused with her blessings. So with your inhalation, you make offerings into Lakshmi in the heart. And with your exhalation, you feel how very gently her gifts flow through you. And imagine that the goddess simply dissolves into your heart. Whether or not the visualization dissolves, because of course you can continue to imagine your heart as a golden cave with a lotus floor and the goddess seated within it. You don't have to let that image go. Or you can really breathe with the feeling that Lakshmi is suffusing herself, that her Shri, her Shreem, her auspicious qualities are just infusing themselves through your body, so that she's there within you.